Today is all about informing you on what's happening to combat misinformation using AI. 2024 has become the year of cracking down on AI-generated content, especially with bad actors trying to sway the election. Deepfakes online is one thing, it's another when a deepfake calls you. Here's your Tech Ketchup to let you know what's happening to protect you from misinformation using AI. The FCC has made it illegal for robocalls using AI-generated voices. This gives the state attorneys general the authority to take action against scammers using AI voice cloning tools. This is punishable by very steep fines. Could you imagine paying $23,000 per call? Because that's the punishment. The FCC says the maximum fines go above that number, and I'd imagine the fines get that high when you start to interfere with the election. Recently, New Hampshire residents were receiving calls from an AI-generated voice impersonating President Joe Biden, telling them not to show up at the polls. It was found out the calls were from two Texas-based companies. Surprise, surprise. Life Corporation and Lingo Telecom were those companies. This law also gives call recipients the right to take legal action and recover up to $1,500 for each unwanted call. So y'all better stop, because that's fucking. Story 2. Google has jumped on board a coalition with the goal of making it clear when media has been crafted or changed using AI. Also included in this coalition, dubbed C2PA, or Coalition for Content Provenance and Authenticity, are Adobe, Intel, and Microsoft. A part of their plan is to brand a CR symbol on AI-generated media and link users to information about when, where, and how the media was edited. It's basically metadata, letting you verify the images, video, audio, and documents used to piece together that media. This also gives creators a chance to prove that their media is credible. Tech is fast-paced, and AI has opened doors for to create and throw around fake realistic images and believable false information and altered sexual images, causing mental harm to victims. It's only right that big players like Google and Microsoft, who have heavily invested in the innovation of AI, also invest in making it safe. This coalition paves the way for verified media practices in the days to come to mitigate situations like conflict and war zones where doubts have emerged from people wondering if the images they see online are real or manipulated. The C2PA plans to create a culture of media literacy and verification before trust. Last story, the European Union has very similar goals and have drafted election security guidelines for tech giants to take aim at political deepfakes. The EU aims to set the expectation for platforms to put in place robust preparations to provide best practices to mitigate any risk that may threaten the integrity of democratic electoral processes. Similar to the C2PA, the guidelines suggest AI-generated content to be specifically scrutinized and encourage the development of tools to safeguard the creation of misinformation with the very strong potential to influence, and tools for users to easily access and analyze AI-generated content. In addition to making the content transparent in the first place, using watermarking and metadata to distinguish AI content, especially content involving candidates, politicians, or political parties. The EU confirmed that the election security guidelines are the first set in the VLOPS, or Very Large Online Platform article, to mitigate any systematic risks that can interfere with the European Parliament elections. Until next time.